I just drove 2,000 kilometres around the island of Ireland to find the coolest things to do and the most unique places to stay. A company called GoCar saw my last road trip video where I followed the fairies to some of the most unique experiences in Ireland. After that video, GoCar came to me and said, would you like to go on another trip and test drive a brand new GoCar? And I said, yes, I would. They said you can have a GoCar, a Go Explorer, a Go Van, and I said, stop right there. You had me at Go Explorer. GoCar is a car sharing service in Ireland.
Oh, hell yeah.
You download the app, book the car of your choice at a location that suits you, and all you need to do is collect it and unlock it with your app.
Yes. And now I get the key.
So I decided to take a Go Explorer for 2 weekend trips and see how much I could fit in.
Very nice. Jeep. You like Jeeps?
I
Oh, 23. Has all the mod cons, I'd say.
do. It's all touchscreen inside. You jealous you're not coming?
Yeah, well, I was jealous I wasn't coming anyway. It's very nice. Okay, be safe.
The plan for trip 1 was a weekend in Northern Ireland, but first, a quick stop in County Meath, a mere 1 hour drive from Dublin, to stay in a lovingly restored traditional thatched cottage hosted by Anya.
We are at our first location. Wait till I show you this. First things first. Carry my tea bags in. Don't go anywhere without them. How gorgeous is this? Oh my god, it's fab. This is the only door in the place that I'm actually taller than. All the other ones I'm totally fine with. Check this out. Yes.
Anya was an amazing host. This is the nicest muffin, scone I've ever had in my whole life. Oh my god, what is that? Then I made a number of new friends at this cottage.
Hello, honey. I've been told not to let you in. I'm so sorry. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, honey.
And I got to take home my very own handmade donkey milk soap. Anya recommended a really nice, easy hike nearby where taller people probably could see a number of counties at the same time.
Landing.
One day giving the drone the finger won't be funny. Today is not that day.
The next day, I drove from Meath to Belfast for my first activity, which was Surf Belfast, Northern Ireland's only indoor surfing experience.
I definitely don't think I needed my wetsuit for this. But, sure, listen, Sherlock, it's on already.
I like to think I'm a decent surfer, but Surf Belfast had other ideas. I got humbled real quick.
So I have left my towel in the car. How bad is it? 41. Okay, so yeah, I only lost about 30 minutes. Don't enjoy things I'm not good at. And I understand that that is probably a big character flaw, but I don't care.
Back in the Go Explorer then, ooh, that ground is hot. And I headed to Armoy in County Antrim to stay in a secluded shepherd's hut on top of a mountain hosted by Owen.
Look at this, they have different types of space raiders in the north. The next place I'm going to now is arguably the scariest. First of all, I have to head to the pin they've given me. When I get to that pin, they take me from there in a 4x4 to a point on the mountain where there's a 20-minute hike to the hut. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Now, if you want authentic rural Ireland, I don't think you're going to get more authentic than this. So yeah, I'm going to the middle of nowhere, and then I'm going to get driven further into the middle of nowhere, and then I'm going to hike up to a hut to stay the night. Okay, I see it. I see it. I'm here. So then they provide a camping stove with oil, salt and pepper along with pots and pans. There's some wine glasses, if only I'd thought to bring my wine. There will be plenty of firewood along with fresh drinking water and a few ice packs placed in a cool box for your stay. Good morning, it's 8:30 and I'm trying to work up the courage to go have a cold shower. I've been doing that since 6:30 though. So might have to just bite the bullet here. I can do this. Okay, I did it. Are you happy? I did it for the video.
Okay, I had freezing cold. I think this is easily the most remote Airbnb in Ireland. I will say that at one point I did lock myself out of the hut trying to get pictures of the outside of the hut. Thank God that window was open, because otherwise I would have been stranded on the mountain with my phone locked in the hut for the night. If you're staying in this Airbnb, leave the door on the latch, people. On the Sunday, Owen's parents actually hiked the mountain to bring me back down. Reunited with the Go Explore then, I headed just up the road to the Dark Hedges, which is a very famous location from Game of Thrones. I've been to the Dark Hedges before, but sure listen, sure look, when in Antrim. I was mad to get some surfing in the beautiful weather I was having, so I headed over to Portstewart. It seemed on arrival that Portstewart is actually more for boats, and Portrush was what I meant to put into the sat-nav. And so I corrected and went to Portrush, but only after getting some food in a surf-themed joint in Portstewart, which was misleading if that isn't the surfing spot. Just saying. Anyways, when I got to Portrush, which is definitely a surfing spot, it was so busy that there wasn't a surfboard to be rented in the place. The place where you normally rent surfboards is closed, and the security guard there told me that it's closed because the guy is out with the stand-up paddleboards at the minute, like he's out with a group. This is further convincing me that I need to invest in my own surfboard. Not one to be deterred from just getting wet when it's sunny. I just got in the water. Okay, I went in and I had a swim, and I've seen a sign that says coffee and donuts to go, so I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to head to my next Airbnb. I actually love doing all this. Back in the Go Explore again, I headed to Randallstown to stay in a converted grain silo on a working farm hosted by Ruth and James. When I arrived, a woman was walking past the window with 2 little goats following her. Ruth and James were telling me that they have big plans for more Airbnb stays. I was absolutely shattered by this point, so I just chilled in the silo and caught up on some work before my final trip back to Dublin and the real world the next day. Well, real world insofar as you can have a real world when you're a YouTuber. So we're halfway there, 1 trip down, and we've stayed in 3 really unique Airbnbs and ticked 4 things off the Irish bucket list. We're doing pretty good. My second trip in the GoCar, I went back to Meads to try blacksmithing with Angioa, the friend of the host from the first Airbnb. Following the fairies again, lads. It never fails.
Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here now, Claire. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then what I'll do is it'll be your turn.
It's not a case of great big hammer strikes and bang. No need for that at all. Let's keep the risk down. You want to enjoy yourself, not terrorise yourself, you know.
You get comfortable with the hammer.
Okay.
Is that okay? Get comfortable.
I'll get comfortable.
I'm going to come in with this. There you go, my dear. Take your time. Off the edge. Away you go.
Thank you.
Well done.
And just hit it like anything I want to do really here.
You're getting used to it now.
Yeah.
Do you feel the confidence now?
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Okay.
Do you feel like the queen now?
Yes,
Huh?
I do.
Do you feel royal?
Yes. Well, not
Yeah,
royal.
you're like
Well done, nice consistency, Claire, well done.
On the side. I continued on then to the west of Ireland, County Mayo, to drive the Wild Atlantic Way in my Go Explore. I went right out to the tip of the Mullet Peninsula for a couple of activities organised for me by North Mayo Tourism. On my way, I passed through Belmullet, where I got some gorgeous, fresh, Wild Atlantic Way seafood before going for a quick sunset dip in the Belmullet tidal pool. I headed on then to Eire, where I was staying in an Airbnb hosted by Declan, who was also my surfing instructor the next morning for my surfing lesson through Gaeilge, the Irish language. Did I mention that out past Belmullet is the living Gaeltacht?
Nuair tá tú céisle, cosí le céile, brathnú chuin troch. And then nuair a búlin an ton, tá tú céisle tríú car or níos mó. Chun tú lava faoi de clíomhrach. Lúb sús a drim mar sin, and then brew le lávi ag an dera. Find me tunne go and then chag me na rash, a mock asanishka, agus jenna me sais ceacht faoi cunisca shasan tú. tag be gaelge a gut a curbe. Few berla. Bhí méid múna anú chuig daoine nach raibh berla acu agus bhí siad an ann mé higgint.
While in the area, I popped out to the Blacksmithing Lighthouse to learn about the pivotal role Irish woman Maureen Sweeney had in the D-Day landings.
On her 21st birthday, her 21st birthday, Maureen's 21st birthday, she was here taking reports, and those reports are being sent directly to London into the war rooms, and we know that because papers have been released only in the last 2 years directly stating, Eisenhower's there stating, I hope this little lighthouse is right. And the point of that is because the weather reports were so hugely important, because they were crossing the channel trying to get onto the Normandy beaches.
I then hopped on a boat out to the Inishki Islands to learn all about the vibrant community that used to inhabit this gorgeous island before leaving the island in the late 1920s. Declan from Ton Nua had told me about the musical bridge, so I made sure to hit it on the way home. The musical bridge is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's a bridge where when you drag a stone across the top, it plays a little tune. That was so cool. I'm so glad Declan told me about that. Last but certainly not least, my last outing in the Go Explore was to head to Uisneach, the sacred centre of Ireland, to celebrate the summer solstice. I have literally already stepped in cowshite. I stepped right out of the car and into cowshite.
Accordia, Bannock D and Greenstud.
And finally then, I dropped the GoCar back where I got it for the last time. Thank you so much to GoCar for sponsoring this video and providing me with the Go Explorer for these trips. Total trip tally is over 2,000 kilometres covered between the two trips. I have really enjoyed driving this and I do not want to get back. Ticked 13 things off my Irish bucket list and stayed in 4 unique Airbnbs. God, I love the summer. Links to everything mentioned in this video are down below in the description. And some of these activities will have their own dedicated videos coming out soon. It's so quiet. Jesus, this hammer's heavy. So let me know in the comments below which ones you'd like to hear about first. If I've inspired you to give car sharing a try, GoCar are in most major cities and towns across Ireland. You choose which type of GoCar you want and it's pay by the hour. Insurance is included and petrol is also included when you use the petrol card you'll find in the glove compartment at a Circle K petrol station. Key that it's a Circle K. Well, I accidentally just went to an Apple Green and not a Circle K. Click my link down below in the description to sign up to GoCar for free, or you can click here. Thank you so much to GoCar for sponsoring this video and introducing me to the concept of car sharing. If you like this video, you might like the video where I went to the secret pub in Tipperary called Jim of the Mill. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Slán slán.